What's up, guys? This is your CHS Fantasy Football Week 1 recap. I've had a very busy week, so this show is going to be a little bit different than you remember. Not as many edits because that takes a long time to do. So I got my beer and I got my notes, and so we're going to try and do this in one continuous shot, maybe edits if I have to. But let's get it started with the Week 1 matchup. The first one, we forgot about Dez, who's forgetting about Dez Bryant for right now, versus the Beaver Hole 69ers. Dez wins 121.24 to 116.26 in the most epic comeback fashion on Monday night. This is the comeback of the week. Forgot about Dez accumulated the second highest score and erased a 40.82 deficit on Monday night with Julio Jones and Carlos Hyde. If you watched any of that, then you already know what happened. Hyde and Jones combined for 56 points, so pretty impressive. And Carlos Hyde channeled his inner Braxton Miller, if you saw that play, as the top running back of the week with 168 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. Julio Jones was also the top of his position for the week with 2 TDs and 142 yards. I was biting my nails watching the first half of that game. Unfortunately, I had to go to bed. But I did not think Carlos Hyde would do that good. So, Logan, I guess, yeah. So, that's all I have to say about that. Forgot about Dez, 46.5 points from their running backs with Hyde and Jamal Charles. That's the highest for any team this week. My team, the Beaver Holes, were led by Aaron Rodgers with 23 points, DeAndre Hopkins with 23 points, and a huge breakout game by Tyler Eifert with 2 TDs and 22 points. If you're a Bengals fan, you're probably thinking, what would last year have been like if we had Tyler Eifert healthy? So let's continue to watch him progress through the year, and I hope that he gets that many targets from Dalton throughout the season. So, matchup 2, we got Beats by Ray. They annihilate Hulk Hands 131.84 to 78.3. This was the SmackDown of the week. Let's see here. He beat him by 53.54 points. Beats had the highest point total for week 1 and takes first place in the league with his victory. Chris Ivory led scoring for Beats by Ray with 22 points, 2 TDs, and 91 yards, who was also the third highest scoring running back of the week. He had touchdowns from 5 of his 7 players and also a touchdown from his defense. A ridiculous game for Matt Bryant, 4 field goals, and 3 of them were from 40-plus yards. Beats by Ray can smell the playoffs already, but will his high-scoring games last? We'll see. He obviously knows how to draft. Hulk Hands had a tough week from Peyton. Peyton Manning only scored 5.9 points, and he only got 1 touchdown from his players. So, without the performance of the Denver defense, Hulk Hands would not have broke 70 points. So let's hope he doesn't do good against me next week. No, I'm kidding. Hopefully Peyton Manning has a better game tonight. All right, third matchup, we got Gonzo's Funhouse Gang, and they edged Chalupa Batman 112.74 to 110.5. Gonzo was led by Mr. Comeback himself, Tony Romo, with 24.14 points, and Antonio Brown with 19.3 points. Nothing new for Antonio Brown. We know how good he is. Down by 11.6 points going into Monday night, DeMarco Murray got it done and sealed the victory for Gonzo and scoring 14 points. With 19 points, the Seattle Seahawks defense for Gonzo was the highest scoring defense of the week. Chalupa was led by the Gronky Kong with 3 touchdowns and 94 yards and 27.4 points. And Brandon McManus with his 18 points, hit 4 field goals, 2 of which were 50 plus. So kicking show this week from him and from Bryant. Let's see. And Chalupa started Forsett over Bishop Sankey, who scored 20.6 points with 2 TDs. Impressive showing from him. I don't think anybody predicted that he would do that good in the first week. All right, so matchup 3, or is that 3? No, that's 4. All right, so number 4, Check My Balls defeats Nuke ISIS 98.22 to 71.3. Larry is making the 2nd overall pick of Tom Brady look mighty fine. He led all QBs this week with 4 touchdowns and 27 points. Also standing out on Check My Balls was Jason Witten with 2 TDs and 18 points, and Alfred Morris, who went for over 100 yards but did not find the end zone. Nuke ISIS struggled this week. They got no TDs from any of their core players and only a lone TD from Drew Brees, who had 17.5 points. Nuke's bench was looking really good, though, with a player from each position outscoring at least one of his starters. So his bench was pretty much looking better than his starting lineup. He'll have another tough matchup this week when he takes on Mr. Putin's team. And that brings us to Pooty Poot Putin versus Good Luck, which he didn't need any luck, defeating him 107.62 to 95.02. Putin had huge games from Matt Forte, 141 yards on the ground and a touchdown, and tight end Travis Kelce, who torched Houston for 106 yards and 2 touchdowns. Matt Ryan put in a solid game with almost 300 yards passing and his 2 touchdowns, but he did throw 2 interceptions in a great game on Monday night versus the Eagles. That was a fun one to watch. If AP can return to his former glory and Megatron gets going again, look for Putin to easily make the playoffs. He's got a lot of good players on his team. On the other side, Good Luck outscored his projections and was led by Andrew Luck with 19.72 points and 2 TDs, but T.Y. Hilton did not find the end zone for him. That's obviously a connection he was probably looking for when he drafted him. You know, anytime Luck throws a touchdown to Hilton, he gets points for both of them. Jeremy Hill had a good game when they trounced Oakland and had some nice red zone scores. And Amir Abdullah shined in Oakland with 94 all-purpose yards. Shined in Oakland. I think right. Anyway, he shined in his game with 94 all-purpose yards and a touchdown. If Luck can find Hilton in the end for the end zone, his team will be doing better. All right, so that covers the matchups. Let's do the league leaders real quick. All right, so for quarterback, we got Tom Brady, 27.4 points. Running back, Carlos Hyde, 30.2 points. Julio Jones at wide receiver with 26.1 points. And tight end, we got Gronkowski with 27.4 points. Kicker, Brandon McManus with 18 points. And the Carolina defense. Why does it say? Anyway, evidently they're the highest. I know I said earlier that the Seattle had the highest score, but they only had 19 points. So I guess that's Carolina had the most. Anyway, for team of the week, I'm gonna let's give it to Beats, I guess, since he scored the most points. He's in first place. He had the smackdown of the week, so let's give it to him. But we'll give a close second to forget about Dez, since he did have he won in comeback fashion. So that's about it. I'll have some more, I guess, not awards, but I'll have some more stuff next week when I get a chance to look more into all this stuff. But like I said, I had a really busy week, so that's why we're just doing one shot. There will be some editing a little bit probably, but not very much. So I hope you guys have a good week. Don't forget Thursday night football tonight. Make sure you set your lineups, and we'll catch you hopefully next Wednesday for Week 2 recap. I'll try and start it on Tuesday. That way I'll be done by Wednesday. If not, I guess Thursday again. So, all right, guys.